Back with Bobby and JD Radio. We have Scott Emerson here in the studio today. Scott started inspections in the year of our Lord, 1983. Wow, the 1900s.
Were you born yet?
I was.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was. He was a graduate of the Inspectors Institute in Dallas. He's performed nearly 15,000 inspections, wow, in the San Antonio area, before becoming an educator for inspectors and real estate professionals like ourselves and builders, and he's certified master inspector. So let's talk about our home inspections based on codes. I think that's one of the biggest questions that all of our clients have.
You know, that's probably one of the most important aspect for just the buyer or agents to understand.
Sure.
Is that we do not do code inspections.
Right.
But with that being said, a lot of what we indicate is deficient is based upon codes.
Right.
So the powers that be at the Real Estate Commission,
right,
they certainly want to protect the public.
Right.
And they want them to understand that there's ways of making homes safer.
Sure.
And they have certain requirements that we have to write up as deficient. That's based on codes.
Right.
But it's not a code inspection.
So what you're saying is that you're not going to their house and saying what is and what is not per code, but you do have a basis of which to kind of gauge if something's deficient or not.
Often that's, you know, and that's even in our own industry. That's one of the problems is that an inspector will go out and use the verbiage of it doesn't meet code.
Right, I hate
which
that.
is wrong.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the form or the inspection report that the state requires to use,
right,
it uses the word grandfathered.
Right.
So, and what they say is to the public, hey, the inspector may indicate something is wrong based upon code.
Right.
But the code in effect at the time when the house was built or in the location that it was built,
sure,
may have grandfathered it or may have been approved at the time. And
right,
the code now recognizes it as being grandfathered. So inspectors should not use the word that doesn't meet code.
So what are the four categories that you guys really like concentrating on as far
so from code standpoint, the categories when you deal with codes are the building,
sure,
the foundation, the walls, the load path,
right,
and then there's the mechanical,
right,
exhaust, all the appliances,
sure,
fireplaces. There's electrical,
sure,
and then the HVAC, which is part of the mechanical.
Right.
We were talking to Jay earlier, and you know, unfortunately, a lot of homes are built brand new,
sure, and
things aren't quite designed right. As your employee indicated, that upstairs was hot. That was the way it should be expected.
Sure.
No, it's not. So to catch these things and base them upon codes while they're being built or before the buyer takes ownership is the time to catch those things.
So there's going to be a multitude of codes, and they overlap sometimes depending
Yep.
on where your house is built. So what are some other types of codes like?
You know, one that we see that the consumers or even agents don't understand is the property code. So if there's a rental house,
yeah, that one always gets me.
it has to have certain deadbolts.
A peephole to the
Peepholes.
garage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one freaks me out.
Smoke,
And
certain
those
smoke alarms or something like
smoke alarms in the bedrooms,
Yeah.
outside the bedrooms. That's to protect the tenant.
Sure.
They don't want the landlord being able to come into the house when they're home. So they require a one-sided deadbolt
Right.
that can only be locked if you're home.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these codes have a reason why they're established.
Sure.
Is to protect the tenant or the homeowner.
Right.
Also protect the property.
And what I love about you guys, you actually do some inspections for landlords.
We do.
And
We have
you-
a whole.
Because that's a big thing. I'm a landlord. Bob's a landlord, and if we don't know if you're not covering yourself,
Yep.
it could be a huge problem for you.
Well, and it goes both ways because when we do it, we have a property division and within our own company.
Sure.
And all we do is rental properties. Typically, I'll say our home inspection is
Right.
what we do, probably 80%,
Sure.
75%. Our rental is growing.
Sure.
The whole property management thing is exploding.
Right.
Yeah, because of liabilities and protecting the homeowner and protecting the tenant, protecting the management property, and then commercial.
Sure.
We do a fair amount of commercial. And unlike a home inspection, when you deal with commercial, it's known as a PCA,
Okay.
which stands for a property condition assessment. A little bit different.
How so?
We're looking at more of the big ticket items. You know, someone buying a commercial property, they don't care if a toilet's loose
Yeah.
or an outlet doesn't work.
Yeah.
They
Or
want to
does
know.
it have a cover?
Yeah, they want to know if they're going to have to drop, $400,000 for resurfacing the parking lot, or $500,000 to 1.2.8 million for new roofs.
Right.
They want to know the general condition of the heating and air conditioning and liabilities.
So Scott Emerson is owner of Scott's Inspections, and they do commercial, residential, and property management inspection. If you are a landlord, a homeowner, going to be a homeowner, or thinking of some commercial investment, please get a hold of Scott at 349-9228. That's 210-349-9228. Or you can check out his website on bobbyjjradio.com or scottsinspections.com, and you can email him at office@scottsinspections.com.